Hey y'all, peace on earth and love and light to you. Okay, so this is my first video on these celebrity psychic readings, and it will be on Miss Cardi B. So I made a post in a little while ago and I asked for you guys to ask some questions, and I'm going to answer those after I basically do this part right here. And some of you guys just wanted to know some things. I only had like a couple of questions, I think like 2 or 3. So I'm going to answer those. And I know this is a new thing for my video and for my videos, for the type of videos I do. And then I know that this is that eventually I hope that I get more of a response to it when people start to see exactly what I'm doing here, and I need to see exactly what I'm doing here. Only thing I'm doing is just following spirit and being obedient to what spirit has put on me, because you guys, I fought because even though I watch a lot of celebrity gossip and celebrity entertainment, it's like entertaining to me. What it comes down to, the reason why I watch that, because one thing I'm really passionate about, I'm just really passionate about what is going on in the world and what type of energies are always around me, and just the type of energies that are always around in the world. And what people, I don't think people kind of underestimate the celebrity. And I've always been interested in the celebrity for the main reason because I see the impact that they have on the world, and I've always just been kind of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Intrigued, I guess. The fact that they're able to just have a big impact on this world, and spirit just kept telling me. But you guys, let me tell you this though, when it comes to anyone's business, I tell people all the time, I'm not going to do a personal reading on nobody if they don't know that I'm doing a personal reading on them. And sometimes they ask questions that are too personal, and if I feel like it's going to be for their spiritual advancement, like they need to know this, what this other person is doing, because this is really affecting them spiritually, then I will answer it. But sometimes people just want to know what someone else is doing, and it's none of their business, and I don't get into that. So I was just fighting my spiritual team, like, no, I don't want to do this. And I'm telling you guys, I've probably been asked to do this like a year, maybe a year or close to a year now. Spirit was trying to get me to do this, and I did not want to do this. Like, I see people on YouTube doing it, and no shade to them, because obviously they got the memo before I did. But I just did not want to go into nobody's business, especially when it comes to celebrities, because I feel like, I feel like that the celebrity is not real. And so when it comes to my videos, this is one reason why Spirit is leading me to do this. We're going to look at the real and what's not real about them, so we can see, And then, and Spirit was saying, these celebrities impact our people. They impact our world. And I was like, well, I'm still prying in their business, and I could not get over there for the longest time until Spirit basically said, that's part of their job. That's what I mean. They know what they're getting themselves into. At least they're supposed to. That's why they are celebrities. They put themselves out there for you and me to judge. Basically, whether you are enjoying their music and you would judge that, whether they're wearing something crazy or different or cute and you judge that, is what comes with the territory. And since they have put themselves out there, it's basically anybody can basically take that, whatever they put out there, and say whatever they want to, because they made the choice to put themselves out there, you guys. So, and when it comes to me, since I have a responsibility to help people, to help anyone that comes to me grow in some type of way, then I have to attack the celebrity in either a positive way, a negative way. I have to attack that subject of the celebrity. So that is why I am doing this and why I'm bringing this to my videos. I'm sorry, this is getting on my nerves. Okay. I think I've told you guys before how Okay, I was talking about how OCD I am, and then I coughed and I stopped the video. So, I'm going to get started now and I guess hook those two videos on to each other. I don't like to do that. But here we go. So, like I was saying, when I was pulling the cards, you guys, I was hearing her being a hustler. Like I've said before in my videos, whenever I'm shuffling cards, I can tell a lot about a person the way I'm shuffling cards. And it seems like she's really an on point type of person, on point, careful with her thoughts. She's like she came off to be really on point, really careful type of person, really trying to do what's best, what she think is best for her, what she think is best for everyone around her. She came off as like a real hustler, like someone who's really trying to hustle, okay? She came off like that. That's really the way she is. With that being said, I know we see a lot in the media. Cardi B takes up for herself a lot. We can see some insecurities in her. And I think that comes from her trying to be so careful and so spot on and so on point. And if anyone knows, let me know in the comment section, because I know she's a Libra, and so that perfectionist side can definitely come from her being a Libra, and I think she is an Aries moon, I think. So when she comes off as the type of person that does not let let anything go, or let certain things go, or let anybody get over on her, it's probably the Aries side. No shade to the Aries, but we all know the stereotype when it comes to them. And then I forgot her rising. I want to say Gemini, but I could be completely wrong. If anyone knows, let me know down in the comment section. The thing is, you guys, I'm going to let you guys know the difference between me and other videos is, if I don't like the artist, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. You know why? Because I don't want anything to ever come back and bite me in the butt and be like, oh, you're supposed to say neutral or mutual, because this is my thing. You can listen to me and you can believe in what I'm saying. Whatever I'm saying can resonate with you and you can learn from it. Or either you can say, well, she said she already don't like Cardi B, so I don't have to listen to her, because that's not how I am. There's a lot of people that call me for personal readings and I pick up bad energy, and I still do the reading because it's not about me. And this right here is not about me. So I'm going to tell you, I'm not a fan of Cardi B. I used to be when she first came out. I'm not a fan of hers. I really don't like her music, and I don't like the way she acts. So I'm going to say that when it comes to anybody that I do readings for, so you guys can hear me still talk good about them and I don't like them, and you guys can hear me talk bad about them even if I don't like them, or what will be considered good or bad, because I just wanted to show you this just the way I am. And I have to start this reading now. So it seems like to me that this is what she is just after. Like, this is what she wants to be. She wants to be, and I think I heard herself on one song called, refer to herself as King of New York. Is like, this is what she wants to be, king or queen, just sitting on her throne. Like, she just wants to be very prosperous. Nothing is wrong with that. And if you guys are familiar with my video, I always say, when it comes to this card, and not always, most of the time, just someone who is steadfast and just will stop at nothing to get what they want. And this is what Spirit is saying, the type of person that she is. It's natural. She's a natural hustler, a natural person that wants to prosper. Nothing wrong with that. But this card is here basically saying that this is someone that's just not going to stop until they get to however they feel like prosperity is for them. Okay, looks like this is her, and her looks like this is her and her mindset, what she really wants. She really just wants, and like I was saying in the beginning, really wants to be cared for. She really wants to be liked. She really cares. She really it's like her mindset is more so, well, of a child, and someone who really realizes that who does not, who does not realize that they're, who does not realize that, like, this is not you anymore. The world does not have to like you. Like, everybody don't have to like you. Everybody don't have to take care of you. Somewhat as someone who will play the victim. I'm just saying that to get you in the mindset of what I'm saying, because not so much that, but you guys know people who just seems like they just always need to be taken care of in a sort of way. And I'm going to pull clarifiers for which I have my tripod so you guys can see me shuffling these cards and exactly how they come out. But I've stated before in my videos, I usually like to pause the video if you're new to my videos when I'm shuffling cards, and I just always say, you know what, you can believe it or you cannot believe it, because these cards come out like they want to. I don't set them up, they just basically fall out like this, especially if I'm doing something like this. So I would prefer to have my tripod when it comes to this type of reading, but I don't. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to come back with clarifiers for each one of these cards, okay? Because this one, I have an idea what this means. And, but I'm going to when I get the clarifier, then I'm going to really know. But I'm going to say right now, this to me seems like, I was like, is this just saying she's just a generous person? Could be. But then I was thinking, well, that almost just does not go with the reading. So then I was thinking, like, give back. Like something like give back, but not in a good way. So I'm going to get the clarifier for this, you guys. So, you guys, wow, like, this is how this came out. First of all, I did not get any clarifiers when it came to this, because I guess this is because it was pretty straightforward when I explained this. And this share of breath came out when it came to this, because I feel like I was saying, and these cards just flew out. They flew out, okay? And when they flew out, I just put them, I put them the way they came out. So, share breath when it came to this, like I was saying, you guys, like, she comes off as someone who just really wants to prosper and not really caring about how she gets there. And this share a breath card, when I see this card, and you guys know these cards are pretty much new for my channel, so this card has not came out much, but this is all about just being there for somebody, being there for other people. And if I have to clarify this, and this is kind of saying that if I'm clarifying this with this, then this is basically saying that this is basically what she is not doing. This is someone that's kind of greedy and not helping, not sharing. Someone who wants to just like keep all this for themselves. So call on your joy angels, and this is what she needs to do. And I'm hoping that she sees this. And I was talking about the way she was, you guys, like her mindset being somewhat like a child, and this picture just looks kind of, with childlike images, because she really just needs to focus on being more not worried about. It's like, have you guys ever heard of when someone is saying joy is something that no one can take away? And like I was saying earlier, she too much worries about the opinions of other people, and she needs to find joy where she needs to find. And when this another childlike card came out, time for crayons, and I will usually interpret this as someone who needs to relax and just be more like a child, but we're talking about someone whose mind is kind of like childlike. So this is basically saying like and you guys, guess what, when I was starting to do this to do this video, like before this, and some of these cards was already flying out, like some of these exact cards was already flying out, but I just picked them up and put it back in the deck, and I was like, okay, we'll see, let's wait till the reading and see what comes out. And some of these same cards came out again, so that just shows me that when I saw them, I was actually just hearing some of these things, that this is someone that feels like this is just what now I hate to say this, even though I said I'm not a fan, it's just someone who feels like this is what they're here for. Like, this is all they are here for, to play. And life's not a game. It's not about playing. It's like you're worried about the easier things. It's like I was saying, worry about things that she should not worry about, things that does not, that even if it can concern her, she does not need to worry about those things. So this card, I see a lot of say, like, to be more like a child, be more so worry free, and this would be kind of opposite to kind of come up, come up in the world and don't worry, and like, see how I'm trying to put this so you guys can understand. But come up, mentally in your mindset, and don't think so much of like someone who does not have any care in the world, even though she comes off as like she has so much of a care. It's like her mindset is more like someone who would just rather do this, when it's not always time for crayons. Sometimes it's time for pens, pens and paper. It's not always this, because I'm really not saying she's like the type to take leisure or just to be relaxed or something like that. She needs to relax so much to the point of not taking everything so seriously, but she needs to also know that, like, you have to realize that when you're growing up, it's not always about just being it's like when you're taking stuff seriously is doing things the adult way and doing things the more mature way, not taking things like not taking them seriously in the fact that you are like you're just you will react in a more childlike way. Is what I'm saying. She needs to come up with her mindset and make more like adult decisions, basically. And it took me all that time to say that. Name your higher self. All these clarifiers came out for this card, and when I was putting the cards down, and they kept wanting to go to this section, I was like, okay, so this section really needs clarifiers. Name your higher self. It's basically what I was saying, and I tell you guys all the time what my real name is, LaShonda Brown, and I feel like my higher self is GabrielleEther, and I prefer to be called Gabrielle, and that's why a lot of people now call me Gabrielle. So, and that's what she is like. That's what I was just saying. She needs to figure out who her higher self is. Okay? You're not this anymore. You're this, And so, and then this came off, cloak yourself in light. When I was saying that this is, I was like, if this is her, then it doesn't even make sense for the reading, because she could be a generous person. But if cloak yourself in light comes out, this is reminding you, telling you to cloak yourself in light. So it does not need to remind you if you're already doing this. So this is obviously something that she is not doing, okay? This is what you need to do. And I've heard people say before, when you are a celebrity, you cannot be too generous. And if you ever want to get out of this whole limelight, then you have to give everything back that they gave you. If you did not get your things the real way, you basically have to give back the good, honest way. If you want to call it the Illuminati, or the powers that be, like a lady that I watch, she says that when they give you things, you have to give that back. And then, you know what? Cloak yourself in light. If the cards have to tell you to cloak yourself in light, you're not cloaking yourself in light, okay? So, that's pretty much it for that. I'm going to get to the questions that people asked me when it came to her. They was like, I think someone said, is her celebrity real? Is her celebrity real, or will her celebrity last? I think that's what they said. And someone said was like, will her and Offset relationship last, or is it real? So I'm gonna get to those next. So you guys, these two cards down here, they just basically flew out. And I'm going to tell you guys, I could not really, when it came to these cards, I tell you guys, if you're not new to my videos, and if you are new to my videos, when I do yes or no's, if the card comes out upside down, it's negative or a no. If it comes out right side up, then it's a yes. But that's usually when it comes to these cards and other cards that I have. These cards down here, I don't do them reversal. I just do intuitively if it's a yes or no or not. So I asked Spirit to give me a no. I couldn't remember what the lady asked me, but I said, is her celebrity real? This came out as a no. I said, well, her celebrity last? This came out as a no. And I'm not, that's basically all that I'm going to say about that. I know I usually interpret this card as something about fear, and I usually interpret this card as what it is, someone trying to get an understanding. So that's all I'm going to say about that. This is a no. And then, you guys, let me tell you this, when this came out, so I didn't really know what they said either. I said, is her and Offset's relationship real? So this came out right here, the sleep on it card. And what I heard was, like, it's not as literal as it says sleep on it. It's basically saying that if it's real, then this is what they're doing. They're both sleeping with whoever they want to sleep with. When I looked at this card, I wasn't looking at it like these angels helping him, because it's how we usually look at it. I looked at it like multiple people sleeping with each other. And then the thing is, you guys, I just saw her on a live, and she told Offset that if you leave, if you see somebody that you like, bring them back to mama, and you know the type that I like. So I was like, yeah, when I heard that, when I was hearing that, I was like, yeah, I did just hear that. So I can't say whether it's real or not when it comes to this, but let me tell you this. When I was saying, will a relationship last, I did this when this came out. Woo woo is wonderful. So you guys who never heard of woo woo is basically like voodoo. It's like hoodoo. It's like witchcraft. It's like spells or whatever, but a lot of times they call it woo-woo. Is wonderful. So this tells me someone has been doing some kind of witchcraft, some kind of spell work on their spouse, okay? Whether it was her or whether it was him. And it just makes me feel like these was just standing out to me. No, they was just standing out to me that it's not real and that it will not last. But are we all surprised? They're celebrities, you know. So the fact that this woo woo was wonderful card came out, when you read this book, the book that comes with it, and some of you, this is the book that comes with it. This is how this book interprets woo woo. And some of you would probably have heard of woo woo in that form, or either you might have heard people say woo woo, maybe you heard them say juju. When saying woo woo is wonderful, then sometimes I interpret this card as like as some things that I do, it can work for you. You know, certain forms of witchcraft, positive witchcraft, not negative witchcraft, can work for you. But if we're talking about a relationship and then the woo-woo card is coming out saying woo-woo is wonderful, meaning this is working for someone, this witchcraft, and we're talking about relationships, this witchcraft is working for them, and that's what someone is under, whether it's him or whether it's her. So you be the judge about that. So did you guys enjoy this first celebrity reading? Let me know down in the comments if you have anybody else that you would like for me to do next. You know, I think I'm going to do R. Kelly next. So already put down in the comment section if you want me to ask any kind of questions for him. And like I was telling you guys, I'm gonna try to tap in and tell you what's real about him and what is not real about him, even though I am an R. Kelly fan. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that now. So we're going to tap into some of the things that they're saying in the media about him and all of that. And just let me know down in the comments how well you like this video. And if you don't like celebrity videos, then I hope you understand, like I said in the beginning of the video, why Spirit was telling me to do this. So that's all, you guys. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe. Bye.